What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and of course I have some more news concerning Canelo Alvarez and Danny Jacobs. I just finished watching The Roots, which was a DAZN show, and I just finished watching it. It's a 30-minute show. It's similar to All Access, behind the scenes, and the 24/7 that started this all. And I love those because it gives a backstory on the fighters. It shows you what they're doing in camp. It shows you what they're doing at home. It shows you what they're doing outside of the ring altogether. And it was a good show in comparison to HBO's 24/7, Showtime's All Access. It was decent. I don't think right now it was as good, but the commentation, the narrator was good. In that they covered their tours, where they were going, how they were training, and Danny Jacobs is a gentleman, Canelo Alvarez is a gentleman, so both of these guys, they had no problem, like there was no beef. It's not that type of fight. The hype is being built off the skill set of both fighters, which is a great thing. However, I do want to point out when they did go to Mexico, Daniel Jacobs did feel like he was disrespected. They had him standing too long at a particular point where, he could have had a seat if he wasn't being called up. They just had him sitting there like a statue, and he was like, they have me, they're treating me like a competitor, he says. He says they're not really respecting me like a champion, like they're respecting Canelo, like I'm just some bum. I am the champ. You know what I mean? And he's the IBF champ. And he felt disrespected, and I think that gave him fuel, for his fire to make a statement. And Danny Jacobs doesn't come to lose any fight. He's not coming to lay down. Of course they went to his backstory of why he became Miracle Man Danny Jacobs. The iron rods in his back, the fact that the doctor, pretty much convinced him or tried to convince him that he'll never walk again, let alone box again. So that's always an incredible story to hear, on his side. And, of course, Canelo Alvarez, they did a backstory with the Reynosos and, when Canelo came into the gym and, they've been with him since he was young, since he was a kid. And again, I have to take my hat off to Canelo Alvarez because he shows you what loyalty is. When he lost to Mayweather, a lot of times other fighters have decided or looked at their trainers as the problem instead of themselves. And Canelo Alvarez, decided to stay with who he's always been with, because a lot of fighters don't always do that. So at the end of the day, that's showing loyalty, and it's also showing humility because it's like, hey, he lost, but Danny Jacobs, they have a good game plan and things of that nature. And it was a good overall show. I'm looking forward to seeing what part 2 holds, what the breakdown is in that particular segment, but it's no trash talk, those guys, it's a high caliber fight. Now, I did touch on Adelaide Bird, but I think I'll do that in another video because I gotta run. But I do look forward to the second part of Roots, they call it. The upbringing, the origin of these fighters. The trials and tribulations of these fighters. If you guys have time to check it out, I'll leave the link below. Let you guys check it out, what you guys think about it. But of course, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.